You have once again entered the world of survival horror. Good luck! So we are still currently in the guardhouse. This is probably one of my favorite parts of this original game. In fact, I think the guardhouse might be slightly better in this version than it is in the remake. I like the remake's atmosphere and mood, but I don't know, the guard shack, it's just kind of nice and cozy in this. This is one of the few areas of the Spencer Mansion, or the surrounding areas of the Spencer Mansion, because they're not technically in it, that I would visit. I would willingly visit this area. I would stay here. You know, if I was given an opportunity to vacation in a Resident Evil location, I might pick the guard shack. Just put the shotgun away, we don't really need that. And no, we don't really have anything else that we need on us right now, so I think we're going to be doing this with just the handgun. And we're at the point now where we don't, you know, in the beginning I was kind of slashing enemies with the knife just to save ammo, but you don't really need to do that anymore, because we're about to get a stupid amount of handgun bullets. Of course, we're going to get handgun bullets out the wazoo just at the point where the handgun kind of stops becoming useful in the game. It'll always be useful against zombies, but, you know, there's going to be some other threats coming up that using a handgun against, probably not the best idea. So this area, you need to push this gargoyle over this hole, otherwise a tentacle is going to come up and it is going to strangle you every time you walk across that area. And thankfully you don't need to push it over there every single time. As soon as you push it over the hole, the game remembers and goes, okay, that's there. Also, this is absolutely one of my favorite songs in the game. I love the guardhouse theme. And again, it's one of those that is almost identical in the remake. Again, be careful with zombies around corners, because sometimes it just straight up doesn't work correctly. Also, that guy sucked. He went down in like 3 bullets. If they had a prize for like worst zombie, he might be it. Maybe he was the brother of the zombie that took like 7 shots to take out like a couple videos ago. They just are complete opposite ends of the spectrum. One takes 1,000 bullets to kill, the other one goes down in like 1 shot. This red book is really like the only important item in this area that we need to actually keep on us at all times. I mean, you can put it away if you are running out of spaces, but I think it's a good idea to just hang on to it. This song is kind of maddening, though, after a while. It's got a good melody, but it does sound like you're about to go insane if you listen to this over and over and over again. Unfortunately, there's no cutscene in this game like there is in the remake, where you drain the tub, a zombie comes out, and then Jill smashes its head open. No, we don't need to use the toilet right now. I'd probably end up like Johnny from Metal Gear Solid if I was put into a Resident Evil type situation. Just shitting out my doo-doo ass on the toilet like the whole time. So there isn't a whole ton. I actually don't think that this room is even necessary to go into. Like, for completion's sake, I don't think you really need to go into here. There's ink ribbons and shotgun shells, which is what I'm going in here for. There's also a solution to a kind of complicated puzzle in this room, but I'm not going to really go and deal with that. Also, that spider came so close to attacking me there, which is why I just left, because it resets their position every single time. You know, if you have an enemy in an area you don't want them to be in, just leave and then come back in. What I really don't want to have happen is to get poisoned by the spiders, which is why I'm trying to avoid them. Oh, I thought it was shotgun shells. Never mind. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 spiders in that entire room. If you want to explore the whole thing, you're running the risk of getting poisoned, which I don't want to do, so... They really peaked immediately with the save room theme, didn't they? I love all the save room themes equally, but... like, damn, man. This one's the best. It just straight up is. So we're gonna just combine all the ink ribbons we have. Thankfully, we have quite a bit, actually. I think we still have more to combine, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there we go. We got more ink ribbons. 2 more. So we're gonna have 7. And it looks like that's probably it. Look, you could just have all this stuff in your inventory separate. I like to combine stuff, okay? I'm a weirdo. We're going to do the same thing right now with some shells. I think we've got a couple of these to combine. We got, yeah, more shells here. Again, now we're picking up a lot of shotgun shells. Soon is going to be the portion of the game where we can switch from the handgun to the shotgun. There's always that part. Usually it's towards the end. This is, I would say, kind of toward the middle of the game. But it's usually towards the end, like when you get into the Umbrella Lab, that you can switch to the shotgun just permanently. Although I would still recommend if you're fighting zombies, just use the handgun. You don't really need anything else. Yeah, I just love the way this looks. Again, the aesthetic of this game, I think, is spectacular. I love PS1 low poly, blocky, weird textures, and this game has that in spades. Resident Evil 2 and 3, they're kind of more rounded. So this one aesthetically, I think, speaks to me the most. But, you know, there's also more detail in 2 and 3. So I just like the very limited kind of aesthetic of this game. I love this game. What do you want me to say? I don't remember. I don't think that's a thing in the remake. I think in the remake, the zombies can be anywhere when you open a door. I think they're kind of always moving, even if you're not in the room. Whereas in this one, like I said, you can reset an enemy's position by leaving and then coming back. Which is another thing that makes the zombies kind of way more easy to deal with in this game. The zombies are definitely probably the least threatening in this specific game. You know, they start throwing more at you in, like, 2 and 3 to make them a little bit more dangerous, but that was a good voice crack. But you could still just plow away at them in that one, in the other 2 games. But this one, they are by far the easiest to deal with. And yeah, this is why, like, there's a lot of footage of the N64 version of Resident Evil 0. I wish that they would release that. Somehow. I wish that they would release what they have. I would love to play another low poly, fixed camera angle, 90s Resident Evil game. I would love nothing more than that. And of course, Rebecca's design in the N64 version is her best design, which is why I used that costume when I played Resident Evil 0. Plant 42. Will I be able to fight Plant 42 if I haven't fought Plants 1 through 41? Something to think about. Yeah, I think I'm sick of this song already. Thankfully, the next area we're going to go in does have a different song, but I went from saying this song rules to I think I'm over it. Thankfully, it's gone now. Jill was just at the top of the stairs for a second there because she wanted to listen to more of it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this is another really great song. This game is great. That's all I'm saying. I guess I should have done this last October instead of Resident Evil 0, but you know what? We did Resident Evil 0, now we're doing Resident Evil 1, even though I'm not playing Chris's scenario, which means we will not be seeing Rebecca. So, we're technically never going to see Rebecca ever again, because I'm never going to play Chris's story on this channel. Probably not. Look, if I'm playing this game, I'm playing it as Jill, goddammit. Not only do you get Jill, you get Barry. Okay, look, if this game, I don't think Resident Evil 1 needs another remake. Would it be cool? Sure. Maybe do something like how this game was originally supposed to be in first person. Like, that's what they wanted. They wanted this to be a first person game. Maybe do it in the style of Resident Evil 7 and 8. Make it a first person game. That would at least be a different way to play the game. Because third person over the shoulder I don't think would work. You'd have to make the game bigger than it is. Like the hallways would have to be more narrow, like what they did with Operation Raccoon City. How the RPD has just gigantic hallways in that game. First person I think would be good to be able to do that. And make a canon version of this game where all the characters interact. You know, there's not a single version of this game where Jill meets Chris and Rebecca. Jill and Rebecca have never met. Chris and Barry have never met. There's not a version of this game where all four characters are at the helipad together at the end. So, this is another thing that the remake does so much better. The Neptunes in this game are a complete joke. Because we already beat them. We beat them right there. They should have had the Neptunes spawn in earlier, like as soon as you get in the room. Which is basically what happens in the remake. Because right now, we've entered that room, they're done. The big shark, which is one of the coolest ideas this series has ever had, is a giant zombie shark that chases you through the water. That's a very primal fear. I have a fear of getting attacked in the water. And the remake does it so much better. There's so many more sharks. You know, you have to deal with the giant Neptune kind of attacking the glass. In this, all you have to do is walk in a room 1 millisecond after it gets introduced, and then drain the water, and you've won. So, the Neptunes is definitely something that this game kind of dropped the ball on, and the remake is about 1,000 times better with. So yeah, there's a lot of ammo in this game. This is what I'm talking about. You just get a stupid amount of ammo. We have over 100 handgun ammo right now. There's a key in here, and sometimes I forget to grab these in this room because they kind of blend in with the background. But there are 2 boxes of shotgun shells in here too. Which, yeah, that does not look like it's shotgun shells. That looks like it's part of the background. So be careful when you're in this room that you don't forget those. Because I've done it. I love how they're playing scary, menacing music, like we're about to be attacked at any time, but it's like, no, there's just a couple of sharks kind of flopping around here. Look at them. They're so stupid. Bye, guys. Never gonna see you guys again. Yeah, much better in the remake. It's such a cool area, too. I love the water, how it's, like, knee-deep. I love how it's, like, waist-deep. You know, you don't have to, it slows you down. It makes you way more immobile. And it could have been a really cool section, but they literally spawn the sharks right before you exit the room. It does not make sense. Thankfully, on the way back, there are a ton of herbs that we can pick up and combine. So, not for right now. I don't think we're really going to need them anytime soon, hopefully. But for later on in the game, it's just good to have a bunch of combined herbs. Hopefully we won't have to deal with poison, so I'm going to combine them all with each other instead of with poison. Because there is a blue herb in this shack. I think think it's only one, right? That's kind of messed up when you think about it. Like, there's a bunch of things in here, in this area, that can get you poisoned, but there's only one blue herb. So you just push this gargoyle back, and there's 3 herbs over here. Which, again, very nice. Don't know why they're being this nice. Pick the damn herb up, Jill. God damn. What are you doing? So, we're going to have an entire herb-filled inventory here. I wish that they didn't ask me, are you sure you want to do this every single time? Because it makes combining them way longer than it should be. You really don't need to spend that much time doing that. So, right now, we're just going to go back and save. We're just about ready to wrap up in the guardhouse, but we're going to do that in the beginning of the next video because of reasons. Good reasons that I will not get into. You will never know what my reasons are. Is it that I just want to split the video here? Maybe. Do I not want to play anymore? Maybe. Could be. Who knows? You'll never know. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this stuff away. Don't need it right now. Hopefully won't need it anytime soon. Just gonna grab ink ribbons. Where'd they go? There they are. And I will see you in the next video where we wrap up the guardhouse. Unfortunately, I could spend all day here. This it's very cozy. Seriously, I feel like I could live here. So I will see you next time.